Welcome, welcome, welcome to Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Another exciting episode, brothers and sisters. We want to welcome you to Black Wealth Empowerment Live. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. We pray to God that you are blessed wherever you are, especially if they're on the East Coast when you're getting record snow. We just saw here we're in sunny Houston, and with 30 degrees, the coldest, but we pray that you all are somewhere safe and you're enjoying this broadcast. We're excited to bring you another episode, another live episode here at Black Wealth Empowerment. We got our co-host here with the most. We were excited. We got another exciting spirit-filled message to bring you, brothers and sisters, in this very crucial time in which we live. Everybody's jockeying for position, right? Donald Trump is jockeying, and Hillary Clinton is jockeying, and everybody's jockeying. The stock market's on a low. It's been taking a beating here lately. Everybody's jockeying for position. You and I should be too. If not, we'll get the crumbs or whatever left from those who are fighting for the position that they desire. But we won't let that happen by God's grace here at Black Wealth Empowerment Line, because our main objective is to raise your consciousness as it pertains to personal and economic empowerment. All right? So you get somewhere quiet. We mic this down to the hour of power to make sure that you get what you need so you can do what you need to do for your family, for yourself, your family, but most importantly, our community. So that being said, we want to swing it over to our brother. You know him. He's known around the world as the Courage Coach. Why? Because he's helping you and I cultivate the courage to roar. With that being said, Courage Coach, are you there? You over there, Courage Coach? Get off of mute there, bro.
I think I'm on. I think I'm on. Is this thing on? Hold on. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Peace to you, Black Wealth Empowerment Live family. We want to welcome you to another powerful edition of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. This is the Google Hangout. Now, whether it's your first time, your 655th, I think we got, how many broadcasts we have, Brother Daryl?
67. This is 67.
67 broadcasts. Whether this is your 67th broadcast, we want to welcome you. We want to thank you for joining us on this live Google Hangout. See, this is not a conference call. This is not a text message, group message. This is not an email blast. No, nothing like that. This is something where you get to engage and encounter us live, to see our faces. See, there's a lot of communication model gets lost in this digital media, social media world we live in. And now to be able to see somebody, to see the expression on their face, to be able to hear the intonation and the tonality of their voices, it means a lot. It's just there's a show out there where they talk about that, and they talk about profiling, and there's another show I used to like where they dealt with facial cues and things like that. But if they can sit a person down and talk to them, there are certain things, and even in NLP, Brother Daryl, you know this, Sister Brandy, you should know of this. Even in NLP, there's certain visual cues that a person can give you to let you know whether they're creating a story, they're remembering a story, or whatnot, right? So to be able to see us, to hear us, to watch us, to listen to us, that's you getting the whole package, brothers and sisters. So again, we want to welcome you to another edition of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. I'm your Courage Coach, and I'm thankful that I'm here with you. I'm thankful that you're here with us. Brother Deere, I'm going to swing it back over to you because I know we have somebody else that's here that's been an instrumental part in helping us to keep this thing going and growing. So I'm going to swing it back over to you, Brother Daryl.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Courage Coach. Thank you very much. We're happy to have the Courage Coach with us. We're happy to be back from last week, all right? Last week, we were absent last week because my oldest daughter, we had a celebration of life for her and a new beginning for her. She moved to Philly. She got there just before the storm, by God's grace, so we're grateful for that. And so we weren't here last week, and we missed you all. We missed you all. We tried to set it up and work it out, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way, and you just have to go with the flow and go with God, and we're here this week. So we're back again. We're in full force. We got the crew. The crew is here. You heard from the Courage Coach. So he's here ready to bring you and I an inspirational message later on. So make sure you come in. Make sure you come in and get ready to receive the inspiration that the Courage Coach has for us this evening. But we're not here by ourselves. Where would the world be if it wasn't for sisters? Where would the world be if it wasn't for the beautiful, beautiful black woman? As always, we have with us a sister out of Columbus, Ohio, our membership coordinator. We want to see if our sister's with us. Sister Brandy, are you there? Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. All right. Sister Brandy, how you doing, sister?
I'm doing great. Praise be to Allah. The weather has held up. Allah has blessed us just another time not to have to endure the blizzard that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been telling us about. So we have another chance just to get everything we need, pack up, and be ready for when it's our turn to move out. Praise be to Allah. Sister Brandy, once again, I'm your membership coordinator. As part of the membership coordinating position, I am required to make sure that we have all our awesome members on the call each and every week. And so we have I don't know if it's time, but I'm going to just go ahead and say it real quick, Brother Darrell. We have the awesome Flash Mob Army with the Black Wealth Empowerment making connections to all 881 or 80, 880 or 881 members to find out where you're at. Where are you at, members? Because we need to know if you are live and in action, if you are really ready and committed to be part of the Black Wealth Empowerment. So all the 5 that we have thus far are in the process of connecting with each and every member to double check and make sure that you are still committed to keeping your word and participating in the Black Wealth Empowerment group conference calls on a weekly basis. Remember, it's exclusive. It's not for everybody. You can't post your information and it automatically go through. It is a process. So we verify and make sure it's actual facts for you to post your information before you add your info. So it's not just like, oh, anybody can be on the Black Wealth Empowerment. Nope. As Brother Darren, Brother Rodney always say, it's elusive, exclusive. So please take the time out to respond to us as soon as possible so we can get on with the business at hand. I'll send it back over to you, Brother Darren. I'm all excited because we've been working hard. The BWE Flash Mob Army. I'm going to send it back to you. Give me another second. I'll get back on, okay? Assalamu alaikum, family.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, Sister Brandy. Thank you, Flash Mob Army. Those of you who are not part of the Flash Mob Army, get with Sister Brandy. All right? Get with her so she can kind of give you a description of what we're doing and what we expect from you as a Flash Mob member. Brothers and sisters, we are taking things to a much, much higher level here in 26, and we're doing it very quickly. You know, one of the things in business and in entrepreneurship, there's something called, and the Courage Coach knows this, it's something called how scalable is it, right? How fast can you scale up, right? And that's what we're doing here. We're scaling up. We're scaling up, right? We're reaching out to everybody to see what it is that you want to do so we can get you participating. All right, we said it before. This is one of those bulletin boards where you just join and post your stuff. Join and post your stuff, right? You have to be active. We want you to be here on these live events, right? There's so many points you get or grade that's attributed to your presence in class, right? You can be good in the lab and make all A's. You can be good with your homework and make all A's. But if you don't come to class, that's a negative score towards your grade. So we're serious here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, brothers and sisters. We're rolling out some things very quickly. We're going to scale this broadcast to a certain level to where we're only working with a core group, because those of us who know understand that the masses follow a few. The masses follow a few. So if you understand, if you're going to lead a charge, you're going to lead a movement, because this is not a moment, this is a movement, then we understand that it only takes a committed few to move the masses, right? Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and all of those, they're running for one spot, right, to lead over 300 million quote-unquote citizens of the United States. So we just need a few committed to go after the other 800 members to see where they want to be, all right? So we can get some commitments, because we're taking action this year, and we're making some things happen. We got to see some things happen, right? That's why the saying goes like this, Courage Coach. It says, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. That's the understand and assume that if you have to see it, you don't believe it until you see it. So we're this year in the year of showing, in the year of becoming, in the year of making things happen. Why? Because this is not a moment. This is a movement, brothers and sisters. This is part of a movement. They say psychologically, everybody wants to be a part of something. Everybody wants to be a part of a football team, a winning team, even a losing team. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And this movement we have here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, Economic Justice or else, is exactly that. It's a movement. Once we get the right few people, active participants, committed members in this group, in this private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, and this live Google Hangout, then we'll have who we need to go out and get the others that are of like mind that want to be a part of a movement. Not just a moment to post your stuff. Not just a moment to say what you want to say. But a movement, to be a part of a movement. And that's what we're doing here. And that's what we're going to ramp up here in the next 30 to 60 days. We're going to have that process done. And then we're going to gather those up that are left, and we're going to get some clear instructions on what to do to take Black Wealth Empowerment Live to the next level, to scale it up, So welcome, brothers and sisters. As you know, as always, those of you who are joining, put your information in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. We are excited, brothers and sisters. We're excited to have you here. We want to welcome everybody that's black and a part of what we're talking about. We want to welcome the Pan-Africanists, the Deltas, the AKAs, the Zetas, the Alphas, the Omegas, we're not caught up in labels, right? We're not doing that, right? Because when the police pull you over, they don't see, you a Q? Oh, you good, go ahead on. Oh, you one of them radical alphas? Oh, no, we're going to take you down. They say you and I, as a black man or a black woman, all right? So that's how we see you. So welcome, brothers and sisters from our Christian community, our Pan-African community, our Black revolutionary community, our Pan-Africanists, all of you. We want to welcome you, and we're going to spotlight you starting next month, February, right? We're going to bring some of our powerful Christian brothers and sisters who are members here to talk to the rest of us to get us ready for 2016. Get your money right in 2016, brothers and sisters. And I'm not talking about November 2016. I'm not talking about December 2016. I'm talking about January 2016. Get your money right. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But we want to go ahead and just welcome you. Just come on in, sit down, pay attention, right? Don't worry, Cam Newton and them just started. They'll be still in the first half when we wrap up here in the next 45 minutes. Brothers and sisters, we don't have a lot of time. We're going to shrink this thing and get it delivered. And that's going to force the Courage Coach and I and Sister Brandy to make this thing down. Say what we got to say in an hour. Because a babbling fool can deliver a message if you give them several days. But there's a saying that goes like this. A wise man speaks with brevity. Brevity. A wise man speaks in brevity or with brevity, meaning very brief words. Doesn't say much, but there's a whole lot in it. And that's what we're working towards as we scale up Black Wealth Empowerment Live. So with that being said, let's swing it over to Courage Coach. Then we're going to go to Sister Brandy so she can welcome our members, so she can see so she can let us know who's here. Because we want to give you some time to get on. I know we still kind of, we brushing some of that dust off, Courage Coach. That's why you need to go ahead and, go ahead and stick them, poke them a little bit, inspire them, right? They said there's two ways that you can get people to move: with inspiration, desperation, with reward or the stick. So swinging back it over to you, Courage Coach. What's going on there in Phoenix, Arizona?
Arizona. It's warmer than it is in Ohio. I will tell you that. I just left Dayton, Ohio, just a few short hours ago. I just got back, so I'm a little tired. So y'all, just please excuse me if I'm not as perky as I normally might be. I had a delayed flight. I had to sleep in the airport. I didn't really sleep. I mean, I'm just gonna say I say that because that's what people normally say. I had to sleep in the airport. For me, I didn't sleep. I actually worked the whole night through. So I was actually in Dayton for hours waiting to leave. Then finally got a flight to Chicago and got in Chicago airport and was there from 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning with wheels up. Because I thought, I could go to a hotel, and they gave me the voucher to go to the hotel. But I decided, I can go to a hotel, be in there, maybe freshen up, then a few hours later just come back to the airport and go through the whole security thing again. Or I could just stand here, observe some people, of course, but also get some things done. I got a lot accomplished by the grace of Allah, a lot of great things accomplished. But finally made it back home. Now, here's the thing, you all. One of the things that Brother Dale was just sharing with everybody is taking that action. Sister Brandy was saying, taking those actions. We're actually doing we're transforming Black Wealth Empowerment. We want it to be extremely more participatory. When Brother Darrell first started doing these, with help of Brother Jesse and some others, as we've grown and developed, we've always wanted it to be about you, the listener, you, the watcher, you, the Facebooker. We want it to be about you, for you to be able to ask questions, engage that the different topics and conversations, just to get involved, And what we found over time, across the board, most people, Brother Darrell, won't take actions. Most people won't do the steps, do the things necessary. They won't get involved. They won't get in the game. A lot of our mentors talk about most people are trying to live their lives from the sidelines. Some people want to play the game not to get hurt. Some people are just okay with just being, cheering in the stands as a fan, a fanatic. But you're not fanatical enough to say, you know what? Let me suit up, let me boot up, let me work out, let me get in the game. It's even more exciting. I'll tell you, if you ask a football player, somebody who's a football player, somebody who's on a winning team or maybe in a losing team sometimes, ask them, would you rather sit in the stands and clap with the fans, or would you get out there and rather be out there on the field? And most, if not every single one of them, because they've had some blood, sweat, and tears had to be shed to get out on that field, to get on that court, to do whatever it is they needed to do, that they're saying, no, I'd much rather play. Even if we lost, I'd rather be on the field playing and lose than to be in the stands and never have the opportunity to even win. See, the fans don't win. That's why they kind of give maybe a T-shirt. They do the bump the T-shirts out there for you, and you might even, in lucky seat number 309, you win a nacho. That is cute. But the amount of money you pay for that seat, you ain't got to worry about that. Whatever they trinket they gave you, you pay for that, and all the other ones they sent to everybody, all the other games. And then the fact that you bought concessions too. Do you think about this now? You bought, so let me not even go all the way there. Get off the bleachers, get out of those seats in the stands like the fans, and get out here on this field called life and engage this thing. So we want you in Black Wealth Empowerment, we want you to really take the actions, get in here, not just posting something, but get involved in some dialogue. And when we have a broadcast, let's get in here and dissect some of the broadcasts and say, oh, I heard that really transformed something for me, and that really helped me, or what in the heck did y'all even mean by that? Sometimes Brother Darrell get real esoteric on something. Go real deep on us, like the ninth dimension, and so, but if you hear something that any of us say, Sister Brandy dropped something, and you say, oh, I didn't understand that. Can we go deeper into that? We're here to serve you all. That's what it's about. Not so we look important. Oh, look at us. We're doing a video. Come on, Brother Darrell has things to do. I know Sister Brandy got stuff she got going on in her life with children and family and moving around trying to run businesses and all these things she's doing. I have things I could be doing as well, but we want to spend it here with you all, and we want to serve you. But the thing is if you have a waiter, Brother Darrell, Sister Brandy, and they're standing there and they look nice, they got the thing draped on their arm, they real mannered, and they say, how can I serve you? And you don't say nothing. You don't open your mouth. You don't even say, can I get a menu? You just sit there. At some point, that servant, because they love serving, is going to try their best to find somebody else to serve, because it's in the nature of a servant, it's in the nature of the Amalus Parakan to serve. So, in the Quran, it talks about that he will find the people who will obey. It's okay. You ain't got to listen. We ain't got to move. He's been piping to us all the day long. We ain't got to dance. We don't have to buy farmland. We don't have to enter international trade or commerce for the good of ourselves, our people, and our nation. We don't have to do none of that, because there will be a people that will be raised that will obey. So, brothers and sisters, right now, where we are, Black Wealth Empowerment, we want you to really take that action. We want you to get involved. And so, Brother Daryl, thank you for this broadcast, for this platform, for doing what you need to do, and for spending the money, because I don't think this was free. Yeah, I don't think doing what you did to set this up was free. It's not a free broadcast system that he just said, oh, I'm just do some things. No, 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 no. He had to invest something. Time, money, effort, resources, and continually investing time, money, effort, and resources to keep this thing going and growing. So, brothers and sisters, come on. Come on and get involved. We're looking for you to get involved. We're here to serve you. Come on. We got this. So, brother, I hope that's a little poke right there. That wasn't even the motivation of the day. That was just a little poke right there. Got pow, hit you real quick. So back over to you, right there.
Right. I think that'll wake them up. I think that'll wake them up. You gotta shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, brothers and sisters. So if you're just joining us, you've come to the right place. If you're about black people, if you love black people, you want to see your people do better, and you understand that economic is the piece, is the missing link that we need to bring it all together, right? So it can be manifested into something that we can leave out. You can't leave your children behind things that are unseen other than a struggle, right? And it's time out for that, brothers and sisters. People come from around the world to America to get a piece of this pie. It's only one pie. It's not two pies and three pies and they're going to make another one because more people coming to America. No, it's still that same pie. And the more people come, the smaller the slithers get. Right? Now, we've been here the longest, second to the Indian and the white man. Those three should have the biggest pieces of the pie. So it's time for us to start claiming our own, right? Start claiming our own, brothers and sisters. So if that's what you're about, you're at the right place. This is Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. We're about taking care of business for our people, for our community. Everybody comes to America, come to our community to get rich. When we want to go into business, by default, we serve each other, right? By default, because that's just natural, because all your friends, black people in your church, black people in your mosque, black, right? But the first chance we get, we trying to go get contracts at the city, right? First chance we get, we trying to meet with this white person, right? See if we can cross over. See, brothers and sisters, if you understand business and was more observant to how business is done around you. Beyonce had to be the biggest thing in R&B before she crossed over. You just don't cross over because you want to cross over. You cross over because you're outgrown your market. That's when you cross over. Not because you have a degree, right? Not because you dress nice, you talk proper, you don't say, see what I'm saying, and you feel me, dog, and that's not a reason why you cross over. You cross over when you prove to the marketplace that you understand a particular target market and you dominated in that target market. Right? In network market, they call it your natural market, your natural target market. What's natural to you? Who you're already affiliated with, the communities you're already a part of. Brothers and sisters, let's dominate our community, our economics first. See, it's hard to do international trade, brother Rodney. You ain't did intranational trade. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do. We get into these things with these grandiose ideas, and the process that God set up is crawl, walk, run. We just try to go from crawling to running and wonder why we always falling down. We have to understand, brothers and sisters. So here at Black Wealth Empowerment, we're doing our best to get us, all of us, to understand, to get clearer in vision on what's really required for the goal that you already have in your heart. See, that's it. Understanding and knowing what's required to satisfy the goals and desires you already have in your heart. So with that being said, let's roll over to our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy. She's going to let us know who's here, who's present, and who's accounted for. Swinging back over to you, Sister Brandon. Who we got out there in BWE land?
Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. We have a few members right now who are on the call and live and in action. I have people constantly instant messaging me as well. So I'm going to tell you who's on and then tell you a couple people who I've spoke with today who are trying to get on now. So we have Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren Muhammad, and they are coming from Phoenix, Arizona, Muhammad's Mosque number 32. And they said they are ripping customer service with a combined total total, combined total of 18 years in the business, in the industry, in the organization for over 18 years. It was last year was only 17. They've moved up to 18 years, but they're also working on a huge task, getting their book written. Maybe together, maybe separate, I don't know. But they're in the process of getting an awesome book written. Praise be to Allah. They said the work continues. We also have Sister Johanna, and she doesn't say where she's from, but she says she's happy to be here. It's a fantastic Sunday. Economic justice, hashtag BWE Hangouts. And she also put her website, and she's new to Black Wealth Empowerment, so I'll definitely reach out to her and just give her a couple more, a little bit more information on how to add the rest of her information on there. Sorry, getting so excited. Her website is workfromhome25k.com, and that's her. In addition to, we have, oh, here we go. They're coming. Brother Roderick is getting on. Brother Roderick Muhammad, Brother Bruce, and also Sister Taliba. She's getting on as well. And so she is coming from, let's see, Minneapolis. You know what I'm trying to say. Say it, Brother Rodney. Minneapolis. She is getting on the call very soon. And that's who I have so far, Brother Darrell. I will let you know if I get some more people.
All right. Well, welcome, everybody, to Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We're glad that you took some time to be with us today. We're excited that you're here because you're the first to get these nuggets, right? You're the first to get the information from this broadcast. You know, brothers and sisters, that there's some benefits for being at a live event now. I mean, you know, a lot of times black folks just miss out because we don't participate, right? We put money on everything. We use money as an excuse for everything, right? I don't go to the football game. It costs too much. But there's value in being live. There's value in being live, right? I was telling somebody today, I think I was talking to my sister, some of us wish now we would have spent the money to see Michael Jackson live, right? Some of us now would have spent $200 for a ticket to see Michael Jackson, to be in the same auditorium to watch him perform now since he's gone. Well, you know the man was going to die one day anyway, sooner or later anyway, so why didn't you buy the ticket back then when you had a chance, right? You know, some of us would spend any amount of money to see James Brown, the godfather of soul, right? Borrow money. If I would have known, well, you knew he was going to die sooner or later, you should have bought the ticket when you had a chance. So we want to recognize and appreciate those who are here live with us tonight. Because you just never know, Coach. You just never know. YouTube might not upload it. YouTube might have some problems. See, we take life for granted, so we don't show up to live events thinking we can catch it on a replay. Then life gets in the way, and you don't catch it on a replay. Let me just tell you something, brothers and sisters, I learned many years ago when I started going to those real estate seminars 30 years ago. The gentleman said, if you get one idea, one money-making idea from the purchase of this course, right, no matter how much it costs, it would have paid for itself. Just one idea. So I started going looking for one idea. And you know what? What you look for, you often will find. See, so that's what we have to understand. Just one idea, just one nugget, just something that might confirm what God has already been showing you. The courage coach might say something to confirm it. So the Brandy might say something to confirm it. Just that one little phrase is worth an hour of being here. It's worth you coming back. See, you really what it is, brother and sister, you should have the mindset, economic justice or else, right? You should have the mindset of a gold digger, right? A gold digger. You're just digging and digging, looking for the gold, digging. So you come back week after week after week, looking for those nuggets, looking for those gold nuggets. So here's what we want you to do right now, brothers and sisters, right? We want you to take action. Go ahead and hit those tabs. We put tabs right above the video for you to hit it and share it. Hit the Facebook like. Hit the Facebook share, put hashtag BWE Hangout, we are live, join us. You got it? Very simple. Same way every week. Hashtag BWE Hangout, we are live, join us. Go ahead and put that in. Facebook share, Twitter share, Instagram or whatever that is up there, LinkedIn, whatever's up there, share it. And I want you to share it every 5 minutes. every 5 minutes. See, there's a lot of noise out there in cyberspace. There's a lot of noise on social media, right? And that's what we're competing against. If you want economic justice, if we want economic justice, brothers and sisters, we have to understand there's forces out there that does not want us to have it. So we have to be determined. We have to just push hard, push hard, push hard. We have to push up against the forces that are pushing up against us. So go ahead and share it right now. Go ahead and share it. Because you know why? The Courage Coach is up next. He's up next to inspire all of us. I don't get up and leave when the Courage Coach it comes up. Who am I? God used the Courage Coach to deliver a message, and I'm going to get up and leave when the message is for me? See, you have to sit down with the mindset, brothers and sisters. We're talking about economic justice. You have to sit down with the mindset that God has me in this place at this time watching this broadcast for a reason. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch and I'm going to listen to see, why would God have me here? God just don't do things that he doesn't have anything to do. He's bored. So I'm gonna have Sister Brandy just, you know, I'm gonna have Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren just sit there and just watch the thing because I'm bored here in heaven and have nothing to do. All right? He doesn't do that. He put you and I here for a reason. Our job is to come here, sit here, and see what it is that's in this broadcast for me. What can water my soul, right? What can give me what I need to continue to press forward in the spite of what I'm going through? See, nobody knows exactly what you're going through but God. So he uses people to deliver a message for you. So with that being said, let's swing it over to the Courage Coach and see what he has for us that will give us the spirit, the desire to even want to have the courage to roar, to cultivate the courage of war. Sound like that requires some work, Coach. It requires some work to cultivate the courage of war. You just open your mouth and just exhale.
Brother Daryl, wow. Yeah, boy. Cultivate. See, that's why Allah inspired me to put cultivate the courage to roar, because it takes some effort. It takes some time. It takes some, you got to dig deep. You're going to have to dig deep to cultivate the courage to roar. Well, roaring is just it's metaphoric, you know. It's not, oh, you're going to be growling and all those things. No, it's not talking loud. It's not chest thumping and bravado. None of that. Nothing like that. It's not arrogance. No. The courage to roar is the courage to speak your truth. The courage to roar is the courage to be your truth, to live your truth, right? Whatever that is, whatever that looks like. You know, I'll say this before I get into this part, Brother Daryl. I might have mentioned on a previous broadcast, I don't know, I talk so much, sometimes it's hard to know who I was talking to, when I was talking to him, or what. And I said, a brother in the nation, we were talking, and one of the believing body he had a Christmas tree in their house, in a Christmas tree. He saw it in their window when he passed by their house, and they had a Christmas tree up and whole lights going and whatnot. And so he was saying, this person soldiered with us for many years and that kind of, and they ultimately, you know, just left and whatever they were doing. He saw that. He said, Brother Rodney, let me ask you. He said, man, what is it that makes you think that makes a person turn hypocrite? Why do you think what makes a person turn hypocrite? And I looked at him, I'm like, Pal, that's a powerful question. Then why he asked me, I don't know, but like I ain't that deep, I don't think. But he said, brother, what do you think makes a person turn hypocrite? I said, well, brother, I said, you know, what sister did by having a Christmas tree is not hypocrisy. This is just my view now. It's not hypocrisy. That's called truth. That's her truth at that moment. I said, hypocrisy is all the time she was still coming to the meetings, all the time she was still saluting the flag, all the time she was saying, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But in her mind, in her heart, she didn't really feel that way, wasn't thinking that way, didn't believe that way. Every time we say, hey, can you open up and pray? Say, oh, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. It was in those moments is where the hypocrisy was. I say hypocrisy is that moment between belief and disbelief. Hypocrisy happens in the gap. See, there's a book that Brother Jabril put together, interviews from the minister, Closing the Gap. And my theory is that life and death, there's a book I'm doing in the subtitle, I'm not going to tell you what the title is, but the subtitle is Life and Death in the Gap. That's where life and death happens, in that gap. So when I said cultivating the courage to roar, cultivating is you got to work. You got to till it. You got to massage that thing. You got to pull up some weeds, some things that don't work and things like that, and really continue to grow and always check on where you are in your progress. And roaring is just accepting the fact that this is my truth, whatever it looks like. Now, I would rather somebody tell me, brother, you off the path, than to me just hide, sneak, try to trick somebody else into thinking I'm on the path, but I'm really not on the path. Be who we are, be your truth, live your truth, speak your truth, because that's the only way you can either have the possibility of being corrected for something. See, I'd rather be authentically me, and you challenge me and say, brother, that's incorrect, than for me to hide and pretend, and you think I'm with you. So the Quran talks about that. Surely when they're alone with their devils, they say we were just jesting. Nah, we ain't with them. Alone with their devils is alone with your devil. Right? So that's not what I want to say, but thank you, Brother Daryl, for throwing that in there. There's a book. I just picked up a book. I want you to say this. It's a book called The Art of Worldly Wisdom. The Art of Worldly Wisdom by a guy named Baltasar Gracian, right? And The Art of Worldly Wisdom. And number 57 in this book says, be slow and sure. Things are done quickly enough if done well. If just quickly done, they can be quickly undone. To last an eternity requires an eternity of preparation. Only excellence counts. Only achievement endures. Profound intelligence is the only foundation for immortality. What is worth much costs much. The precious metals are the heaviest, right? So this is the book, The Art of Worldly Wisdom. So immediately when I read that, I said, oh, that is heavy. Be slow and sure. It's about being methodical. See, some people say, I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm waiting on Jesus. I'm waiting on Allah to bless me with. Well, you shouldn't be waiting on. You shouldn't be impatient, no. But you shouldn't be waiting on. See, there's a fine line you got to be careful with here. See, you want to be slow and sure in your movement, in your learning, in your methods, in your actions. Not stagnant, not staying still or standing still. You want to be slow and sure. But see, things that are done quickly enough, things are done quickly enough if done well. See, there are some people when they say, oh, he's an overnight sensation. She's an overnight sensation. There's no such thing. What you don't get to see is you don't get to see the countless hours that person put in, honing their craft, making phone calls, talking to people, maybe putting a demo out there, whatever it is they had to do. See, it's good to look at the Williams sisters right now and say, woo, them girls sure can play tennis. Woo, them sisters, they cold and woo. But you don't see when they was, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 out there, can barely hit the ball, barely see over the net, all that. You don't know none of that. You don't know the poverty either. You don't know that life. See, but you only know it if you went back and researched the story. See, I got to see their story. And so you know the work that went into it to be there, to say, oh, I'm number one. This is where I got that from. And so, brother, something that came to mind when I read that and I put that, The Art of Worldly Wisdom, that piece out there, be slow and sure. And I thought, I'd say, well, wait a minute. We heard this thing about the Bible, about, wisdom and understanding, all this stuff. And it said Proverbs, 4 and 7. Proverbs 4 and 7 says, wisdom is the principal thing. Listen to that. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Now, get the wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. See, at the end of all of it, brothers and sisters, that when we're doing this on the BWE and we're putting these nuggets out there, by Allah's permission, we trying to share what things we learned and try to infuse something in your lives. We want you to get some understanding. So what I'm asking right now is those of you that when we come on these broadcasts, if I say something, whatever, if you hear something that says, ooh, I want to go deeper into that, well, I want you right now to decide to reach out on Facebook in the BWE group. I want you to put something in the group, say, Brother Rodney, can you go deeper into, Brother Daryl, can you go deeper into, Sister Brandon, when you said, what did you mean by it? Can you all expound on that? Because I'm trying to do this in my business, trying to do this in my life, trying to enhance or change these things. Can you go deeper into that? Get some understanding as why did brother say that? Why did sister say that? See, one of the things I love about one of the many things I love about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is he has been so completely transparent about his life. We know the circumstances surrounding his pre-birth, his in the womb life, his coming out of the womb. I mean, come on. Who else do you know that much about? Some of us don't even know that much about our mama. But this is a man who's given us his entire life, including the life of his mama and daddy before he was even conceived. Let's just go there. So we know this man, I mean, we got been all part of his whole life, so transparent. And this is a man who said that he was too stupid to ask the Honorable Elijah Muhammad certain questions. I'm going to say that again. This is a man who openly said that he was too stupid. Now, none of us in our right mind say, "I'm Louis Farrakhan stupid." Now, come on, clean your mind up right now. Just think about that. That he felt that he didn't have the intelligence factor at the time to ask the Honorable Elijah Muhammad additional questions. Why? Why this? Why that? But when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if I got a chance to answer those questions in the Supreme Wisdom, I would, man, he could write volumes off of one question now. He said, I wrote that when I was a baby. He was, what, 2 and 3 years old in Islam at the time? I'm going to just barely kind of memorize our lessons. So think about it, brothers and sisters. So here's the thing. Ask why. Get the understanding. So anytime you hear somebody that you find any value in, if they give you a tip, a suggestion, or they say something, you read a quote or something like that, and you don't quite understand, you say, ooh, I want that to stick in my life. Get some understanding. Ask why. We talked about it before. One of the biggest and best questions you could ever ask is why. Because why will help you get to the root of the thing, the motive of the thing, and the reason for the thing being, or the question being asked, or the statement being made. Listen, with all thy getting, get understanding. But keep in mind, wisdom is the principal thing. So study and show thyself approved. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. No matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to roar. Back to you, Brother Darrell.
All right. Thank you very much, Courage Coach. We appreciate those words of inspiration. And brothers and sisters, you can't get enough inspiration. I know some of y'all went to church today, went to mosque today, or stayed home and checked out some of the televangelists, and you're full of the Spirit. You just can't get enough of that good stuff. You just can't get enough inspiration, right? The higher you want to go, the more inspiration you need. Ant doesn't need much inspiration, brothers and sisters, because they're not getting too far off the ground. But a bird needs a lot of inspiration, right? It needs a lot to be able to fly up that high, right? They have different lung capacity, different organs than animals, the creatures that crawl on the earth. So that was very, very powerful, brothers and sisters. We have to understand what's required for the task at hand, right? I mean, just think, like my daughter, she just moved up to Philly. She's been living in Texas all her life, right? Now she come to find out, Dad, I need new tires. Tires cost $200 a piece. Special snow tires I can't use. See, so unless you know, unless you have what you need for the journey, then by default, brothers and sisters, we're going to lose. We're not going to make it. The saying goes, Coach, you can help me. If the enemy within can't do me no harm, the enemy without can't touch me either, right? So we have to make sure that we're prepared. That's what we're attempting to do here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Brothers and sisters, we're here to pique your conscience, right? We're here to pique your conscience so that you can go out there and then you can get from the universe, right? Draw from the world that we live in, the society that we live in, to get what we need to empower ourselves, to give our own self-economic justice. Now we're going to get into that here in a minute. But let's swing over to Sister Brandy so she can welcome our new members and she can tell you all what to do to make them feel welcome. And she can let us know, because I see a little buzz going on in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. Right, Sister Brandy? I see some little buzz going on in there.
Yes, sir. That's right, Brother Darrell. That's right. Buzz, because we are live. We are taking action right here on the Black Wealth Empowerment, and we are so excited to be on. We do have, at this point, we have 13 new members that would like to be part of the Black Wealth Empowerment. And so let's go ahead and get those believers and friends and family added on and approved. We're excited to invite Brother Sean, Sister Constance Muhammad. Hold on, let me scroll down here. Let me get it all right. Everybody, we got Brother Tony. We have Sister Xenia, Brother Donald, I believe, Ansar, we have Sister Angela, we have Sister Veronica, Brother Seven, we have Sister Cassandra. She's a friend of mine in Columbus, Ohio. We're trying to stay warm here. She's part of the Black Wolf Empowerment. We also have Brother Brian and Brother James. We want to introduce each and every, excuse me, not introduce, but we want to thank each and every one of you for wanting to be part of the Black Wolf Empowerment. And we want to take the time out, members, to welcome each new member. As we always do, we always ask the same thing. Take the time out to say peace and love. Glad you have joined the Black Wealth Empowerment, and we will definitely stay in contact with everyone as well, just to find out if there's anything that you need from us, and also to give you the flyer, so then as the weeks go on, you'll be able to access the BWE as well. Don't forget, members, when you have a chance, go onto the channel, which is Black Wealth Empowerment on YouTube, and share. I mean, how else can we get the information out and the word out to the people if we don't share? So one couple things we need to do at this point. Right now, we need to welcome all of our new members. And then after the call tonight, my time is 7 o'clock for others. After this call, go onto YouTube, find one of those powerful hangouts that you loved, and talk about it. Share it. Let the world know, because we are taking it to the next level. I'm going to send it back over to you, Brother Daryl. May Allah continue to bless you all. Thank you. Peace, family.
All right, we want to welcome everybody who just joined us. That Sister Brandy just welcome to the Black Wealth Empowerment Live family. We pray that you come in and you get what God has put in your heart that you need to develop your dreams and aspirations for the betterment of yourself, your family, but most importantly, your community, or our community, brothers and sisters. We're talking about economic justice or else. You know, there's periods of time in history that generations live in, to where they have to make some serious decisions in their life. And that's where we are right now, brothers and sisters. That's where we are right now. Those of us who are alive right now, we have to make some serious decisions as it pertains to the future of our children, our family, our people, right? So that's where we are, and that's what we're talking about, economic justice or else. We want to make sure that you understand without a shadow of a doubt that you have to decide today, right? Jesus said, how long will you hold between two opinions, right? You have to decide, because the worst thing you can do, that I can do, that we can do, is have a choice be made for us. Have a choice be made for us. So you go ahead right now, this day, make a commitment that you're going to choose to be on the side of right. You're going to choose to be on the side of your people. You're going to choose to not just think about yourself. See, that's natural, right? To just think about your family. That's natural. But what has to be retaught to us again as a people is to learn how to love one another, how to be concerned for the whole, right? To stop selling out like we saw our poor sister Dash, what's her name, whatever her name is, right? Just, I mean, that's just a sellout. I saw for sign sale all on her head. I mean, that's just a shame. That's just a shame. That's why we have to understand, brothers and sisters, and we have to learn about this economic empowerment. We only sell out because we can't get that money that we sell out for on our own. We don't have enough confidence in ourselves that we can say, that's okay, I'm not for sale, I'm going to go over here and get what I need on my own, right? So we're talking about economic justice or else. We're talking about economic justice or else. It is not to go beg, it's not to go plead, it's just to let the world and everybody know that I am going to get economic justice or else, right? Or else, right? We're going to get economic justice or else. That goes far beyond your network marketing organization. That goes far beyond your desire, Daryl, to be a real estate mogul. It goes on far beyond that, right? It goes far beyond that. Your network marketing business is just, it's your bank. It's your seed capital. It's your seed from which everything else is going to branch from. Daryl, your real estate is just your seed. See, too often as black people, we make economic choices and decisions with the idea this is going to be the end. This is going to be my be all, in all to be all. And that's never the case. That's why we lose, because we think that's going to be it. If I can just get this done, if I can just make this money over here with this trucking company, that's going to be it. That's why it's so limited. That's why the most that we'll get economically is for yourself. Then maybe for your family, but definitely not for the community at large, because we need to better understand that what you have is just a seed. Your life is just a seed, right? That's all we are. We're germ. We're a seed of life. Now, what we do with it, how far it branches out and touches people, that's going to make the difference in the lives of ourselves, our family, and our community, right? So we have to understand this economic justice piece, right? It's all encompassing. It's not an in all to be all, right? It's not a be all. It's not that, right? We have to make sure that our economic approach is to provide justice. We have to make sure that our approach to our personal finance is to free ourselves, right? I'm going to use these dollars, some of these dollars, to free myself up from debt, to free myself up from want. What does that mean? You want more money, right? You want more money. You want more money. See, we have to understand those that are wise and accomplished financially, it's really not money they're seeking. It's only money they're seeking to address a need, right? Because they're impoverished, because they want to get out of poverty, right? Our brother Damon John is in Houston today signing his book called The Power of Broke. But he's not broke anymore. So now what's driving him, right? Now what's driving him? You know, so it's not that, brothers. So we have to understand, yeah, I'm grinding now for the money, but I understand that that's not sustaining. That is not sustain. That cannot sustain you and I, the drive of being broke. Because what happens when you ain't broke no more? Your drive goes down, and then you got to be broke again to drive again, right? So it's just teeter-totter back and forth. And that's not economic justice, brothers and sisters. We can't have justice and don't have justice. Can't have justice and don't have justice. See, that's what we have to understand what people do. They get enough wealth and enough money and enough assets and enough real estate and enough money coming in to distance themselves from the condition that they don't want to go back to. So they're not comfortable with just a little bit. So we can't be comfortable with just a little bit of economic justice. So as soon as a blizzard come through, there go, we back to being, we back on a job again. Then you're off a job, then you're on a job, then you're off a job, then you're on a job. That means we don't understand that we have to distance it. We have to distance the injustice so far from us, whereas it'll take generations for us to lose that progress. See, black folks, we just barely enough. That's why we're always fighting to hold on, always fighting for the Voters' Right Act again, always fighting for some more benefits, always fighting, because we're not understanding that we have to make the gap big enough to whereas it takes a whole lot of effort and time to lose that progress. We're talking about economic development. We're talking about economic justice, or else. If we don't do it, brothers and sisters, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Right? The white man is fighting to save his own economy. Right? He fighting to save his own economy. Now we give Brother Nuri, if you missed Brother Nuri last broadcast, brothers and sisters, just YouTube it, you'll find it's powerful. Right? We give 99.9% of everything we get out of this economy, we give it back to him. So he's in debt of $19 trillion and then some, right? So he can't count getting any more money from us that's going to help him. So he's looking for somewhere else to get money, right? From foreign countries and conquering lands and stealing their resources. Because he done squeezed everybody here in America, especially us. We give it all back to him. How can we cry about economic injustice when you and I, brothers and sisters, we give it back to him? Right? We have been commanded now. We have been commanded to go out and spend money with black businesses. Yeah, you're going to drive further. Yes, you're going to pay more. But see, we got to understand this universal laws of abundance, right? If you spend it wisely, if you spend it righteously, if you spend it to help those who need our help, because we're the only one that'll help them. Chinese people patronize Chinese people. You don't expect them to patronize us. We got to patronize us. And if we do that, then God will bless us with more money, because we're paying more to support our community. He'll say, oh, that's good. They're trying to be free. They're trying to be independent. They're trying to be smart like the other nationalities who spend within themselves. I'll give Daryl more money. I'll make him more successful. He's not telling me, God speaking, he's not telling me, give me more money, God, then I'm going to go patronize black people. Right? Because God ain't going for that. We go for that. But he ain't going for that. Right? Lying to him, saying, God, if you let me go ahead and get this new job, then I'll have more money to patronize black businesses. No, patronize them now. Not looking for anything in return. Patronize them now, because we're talking about economic justice. Or else. Right? The white man in America is fighting for their own economic survival. So don't look for anything from them. Right? If you can't provide it for yourself and your God can't provide it for you, then know that you just ain't supposed to have it. If you won't provide it for you, can't provide it for you, and God won't provide it for you, then just know that you probably don't need to have it. He probably know, he does know that it's probably in your best interest not to have all this money, because you'll drink yourself to death. You'll use it to I'm going to get that person back. Right? So he doesn't give it to us. Right? Because we have to have an understanding, as Brother Courage Coach said, we have to have wisdom and understanding, and our heart has to be right. Our heart has to be after the heart of God. We have to do it, brothers and sisters. We have no choice. Right? We've been put into this fight. So it's better that we fight and fight our best fight than to go out like a punk and say, well, I'm not about that. You know, I'm for everybody. And, you know, I'm just going to go out. I'm not going to take no strong position. Let me tell you why you and I have to be economically strong. Let me tell you why. Because we have to finance the revolution. Who you think will finance the revolution? Walmart? You and I have to finance the revolution. Shaq can't finance it because his money too attached to our enemy. Right? If our so-called millionaires and billionaires not getting it directly from the people, they got to go through these financiers and all these different partnerships to get money, then they can't help us. They can, but are they willing to give up everything they got? Are they willing to be the Muhammad Ali of business? If they are, then they can help us. But if they aren't, they can't help us. And the majority of them are not the Muhammad Ali of entrepreneurship. They're not the Muhammad Ali of black wealth. So it leaves it up to us. Are we any better than them? Are we going to default on our duty to do all we can economically to bring economic justice to our community? Don't you know, if we go out here and put our community on our mind and get enough wealth to make a difference in our community, we can stop our boys from going to jail. We can stop them from going to jail if we set up, after school program and don't wait for the city to do it, wait for the government to do it. We finance the football team like Snoop Dogg does in L.A., right? Why Snoop Dogg got to do that? Why can't you and I do that? Don't you know it's business people behind Snoop Dogg so as he can get his money? I can't rap, but I can learn about business, right? And make money from the entertainment side if that's what I want to do. Brothers and sisters, economic justice. It's time for you and I to think big. That's why we're scaling Black Wealth Empowerment Live, because this is not like any other organization. This is not like any other group. This is not like any other Google Hangout. Right? Pound for pound, we want to be the baddest black wealth building organization or black wealth building movement on the net. Hands down. Hands down, brothers and sisters, it's going to take some time. It's going to take scaling. It's going to take us being successful. It's going to take us getting this job done. You got to understand it's about sacrifice today. It's about sacrifice. Not for a day, not for a week, for a lifetime, right? It's for a lifetime. So, brothers and sisters, economic justice or else, I wanted to share with you some tips on how to win with, since we're in the tax season, how to win with Uncle Sam. I'm going to cover that next week. But how to win with Uncle Sam. But, you know, it's more than that. See, it's more than just the initial, the beginning, the start, the making of the money. See, we get bogged down in the starting line. We get bogged down at the gate, right? We think just because we get out of the gate in a race, we successful. But coach, we just, oh, your mark is set, go, pop. We run out there three laps, and we, I won. Brothers and sisters, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is not a moment. This is a movement. All right? Get your money right. Not for you, not for your family, but for the community. Start eyeing in the community where you want your shop, what you want to be a part of, what you want to invest in. Right? Who's going to be bold enough to say, you know what? I'm going to get with a sister that does nails, and we gonna open it. We're going to compete against it. See, it's fun. See, our enemy sees it as a game. McDonald's, Bill right next to Burger King, next to Jack. See, they get in there. Oh man, yeah, good. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna open up my franchise too, and we gonna box it out. We gonna have some fun. We gonna see if there's enough for everybody to eat. And you see, they don't have any one of those fast food joints closed down. So open up your nail shop. But I'm not in nails, but you're an entrepreneur, right? But you're an entrepreneur, so we say. Well, fine, start talking to some sisters that does nail. Start talking to them. Start talking with some money that folks that got money. Go to meetup.com and find some black folks that's prosperous, that's conscious. And go to them and start being a real business person. An entrepreneur is one who make the deal happen. They're the one who brings it together. They're the one who get the money. The money is out there. Money hasn't gone. Money has not left the earth. Brothers and sisters, if we broke, we broke. Money ain't haven't left the earth. Right? They not burning up dollar bills and making dollar bills fewer and fewer on the earth. The earth not short of dollars. Your pocket might be short. That means there's something we have to do to reach out there in the economy and get what we need. Black economics, black justice, or else we're in trouble, or else our days are numbered, or else we're going to be rolling in our grave for what we've left our children to do with no example, no blueprint to do it. That's nobody's fault but our own. It's our responsibility, brothers and sisters. We're going to make things happen here at BWE, God willing. We're going to scale this down, and we're going to run with whoever's in shape to run this marathon, because this is not a moment. This is a movement. So we're going to see who got the spirit and who's ready to run this race. Get ready, because next week, God willing, we're going to launch our membership, our mentorship program. All right? And you be ready. Our mastermind, I should say, our mastermind group, and maybe a mentorship program, because we need to see who is who is talk, who just want to watch TV. There's a get cable, spend $200 and watch TV. This is not TV, all right? I know it looks like TV, but it's not TV, right? This is a medium, social media. This is a media for us to find people like us who want to do things, who want to make a difference, right? That's what this is about. Economic justice, or else, brothers and sisters. Thank you so very much for being here. This has been the Hour of Power here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We're going to swing it over to Sister Brandy for say some parting words, encourage Coach, and then we're going to let you go because we're 5 minutes after. Swing it back over to you, Sister Brandy. What's going on in the private elusive? Say bye and then swing it over to the Courage Coach.
Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. It has been another hour of power. I appreciate you, Brother Daryl. I want to say thank you. You did an amazing job. You got to go back to the replay because you had some definite nuggets that we have to post and share. Don't forget to hashtag BWE family. Brother Rodney, great job again. Even though you were a little tired, you still did a good job with inspiration. I just want to say thank you all for the time that you have committed to spending with us an hour of power. We are looking forward to seeing you next week, and may Allah continue to bless each and every one of you. I'm your sister, Sister Brandy. Assalamu alaikum.
All right, thank you, Sister Brandy. Courage Coach, you there? Mic
Yes,
check,
sir.
mic check.
Yes, sir. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us live. Encourage somebody to join us next week. Allah willing, God willing, we'll be back with you. I don't know where I'm going to be on the planet, but I'm on my way first thing in the morning. I'm on my way to the Pacific Northwest. So I did the East Coast. Now I'm on my way to the Pacific Northwest on tomorrow. Be up in Washington State, and so way away from the snow. Y'all can have all the snow, and so it may just be raining buckets when I get there. But praise be to Allah. So I look forward to seeing everybody, God willing, next week. So keep active, stay moving. I got some videos I put on my phone. I didn't get a chance to upload them, but so I think I'll just upload one of them tonight. I had a video I did for you all, and I just didn't get a chance to upload it when I was in the airport. But thank you, Brother Daryl. Thank you, Sister Brandy. And I thank you, the members, and those who watched live and those who are watching the replay for joining us. We do it for you. If it wasn't for you, we'd have nobody to talk to, nobody to share this with, and we just really have no reason to keep going. So we only do it because you. If you all say, hey, we're not going to watch, we're not going to be here, we'll stop doing it. If nobody's going to watch the YouTube replays, then we'll stop doing it. We'll go on to something else that may be of value to you. So maybe let us know. Say, hey, you all need to start doing tweets or something like that. Let us know what it is that you need in order to serve you, that's going to get you all to take those actions, to take those steps, to do those things. And we'll see if we can make that happen. I know we got some new and exciting things coming up, Brother Daryl. I know you and I got to have a discussion this week on some things we're going to start to launch and get ready for. We got some things we're going to help some people turn and transform their lives this year. Putting the finished touches on some things. We really want to help you. We want to walk you through step by step of how to really get this thing going. So whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, we got some things on the table. Brother Daryl's working on, I'm working on. We're going to put it all together and walk you all step by step on how to get to where it is you want to go. If it's something that you're interested in. Some people don't like money, some people don't like lifestyle changes, Brother Daryl, so we don't want them to feel compelled. But those who do want a transformation in their lives, we're going to give you an opportunity to make that investment, to really, really take that action, to take your life to a new level. So I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad. I pray that we said something to help you cultivate the courage to roar. Brother Daryl, back at you. Peace, everybody.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. That is right. Get excited, brothers and sisters. I'm excited on what's coming down the pike. You need to be too, but you need to come back, right? You need to come back. We watch Empire week after week after week with those cliffhangers. So come on back. Come on back. We got some exciting things for you. Now, here's what I want you to do, brothers and sisters. Write this down. You ready? TheAbleNetwork.com. TheAble, A-B-L-E, network, right? .com. Just go there. Go there with your credit card and go ahead and buy you some good food. Because it's hard for your brain to function correctly when the fuel that we put in is no good. All right? So go ahead and do that, brothers and sisters. Here's the bottom line. If we don't put our money where our mouth is, we still haven't said nothing, no matter how loud we scream. All right? The language in America is money. Put your money in the black people's hand, and that will change things. That's the beginning of economic justice, is patronizing your brothers and sisters on a committed, consistent basis. You sow that out there enough, then that'll come back to you. That'll come back to us in business. All right, brothers and sisters? So thank you so very much for being here. This was broadcast number 67. Spread the word. We're going to have to put together some kind of partnership program to where you tell your people to come and say such and such invited me, such and such invited me, and we'll keep count, keep score, something, right? But we're here to make this the best platform there is out there for black people to come and be inspired and be directed. See, that's the biggest problem and challenge with black people. We don't have direction. to be directed on what to do to empower ourselves, our family, and our community. Go to theablenetwork.com, patronize. Go to freedompapercompany.com, patronize. If not, then it means nothing. It will make no change and will not bring us economic justice. Be a part of the solution, brothers and sisters, not part of the problem. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Thank you so very much for being here. Sorry to keep you a little extra, but you know how the spirit is when it starts to flow. It's not something that you can just bottle up and put a cap on it and stop it from flowing. So with that being said, go to YouTube channel, share this week, share this week, and let people know that we are here, and we need for them to come and pull our resources, because things are changing fast in Black America, and you need to be a part of that change. With that being said, brothers and sisters, we'll see you, God willing. As we always say, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our poor suffering community needs your very best. Not just good enough, but your very best. Until next time, may God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Yay!